God dang it, Jackie. Meow. Meow. Fire in the hole. Okay, today we're gonna go get a transmission. We made a slight change in my project design, if you will. We're gonna run a different transmission because I found here what looks to be a an MP 435. I was looking at the fortification. They have the identification numbers and stuff, and the one they said you'll have the MP 435 if the trans is A. So I'm gonna open it up and see if it is all goofed up inside. It does. I am able to shift it into all the gears, but I'm gonna see what it looks like inside. Shifter's a little. I think people were talking about this is kind of normal. It just kind of goes where it wants. But first, and there's second, and then third, and fourth, and then I believe it's reverse. Yep, I believe that's the MP 435. That's what I was thinking of doing. So I'm gonna open it up and see what's going on inside, and then we might take it. And it looks like it uses C6 crossmember. I think this is the C6 crossmember. I might take it because last time I bought a crossmember it was like $1. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take this one. Probably regret it if I don't. You know, you probably even flipping them around. I don't know. Oh, I kind of feel like my main camera is outdated now. I need to buy a new one. The screen is so small now. Oh, shut up, you bloody wanker. We have a transmission. MP 235 from a Ford F150. It was out of an 84. I verified it with the transcode on the VIN versus online, and this does appear to be a MP 435. It looks like it, at some point in its life it was rebuilt because it's all RTV'd and everything, and the gears inside look really good. Even reverse and first gear look pretty good. And it has the shifter. Oh, these? You could get these all day long. I found like multiples of this transmission. I mean, they even had like the ball. I'll be able to get a custom one. I wanted to do the ZF5 and do, you know, a Hurst shifter and everything, but the ZF5 is, you look for a ZF5 at the yard, right? And you either get the big block bell housing one, mostly 4-wheel drive, or all you'll find in return is an M50D, and every single one of them is a piece of shit. That's why they're out there. Well, one reason. Some of them are all hacked together to barely run, and you're like, fuck this. Alright, I got it out. Check this out. I don't even know if you can see that. Look how worn out it is. I might have to order a new one for that. Or see if for some dumb reason that the C6 is interchangeable. That would be hilarious. Hey, you want to take a ride in the old and busted wheelbarrow? You gotta listen to this thing. Oh. Oh. There, we have a transmission. I think the spline output on this is different, but I do want to try. Clean this thing up. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, that's a little better. This whole spot right here was an entire block of grime. I scraped most of it off. It's not perfect, but whatever. Whatever. So yeah, we got the long tail shaft, which is what I wanted. Oh god, it almost fell. But hey, it's a cast iron freaking case. Aluminum cover. And it should indicate that it's a MP 435. Okay, I just counted the spline quantity of this shaft here is the same as the one on the C6. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I counted 31 splines on both shafts. Marked them and everything and then turned them around and counted them very carefully. Also, on the measurements I made, it actually looks like that the drive shaft might actually fit in there and not fall out or bottom out. And then the drive shaft looks like it will actually go right in there into the new transmission. And the speedometer will go in there. I don't know how well it'll work with the busted worm gear, but we'll finger it out. But there's a small chance that this truck could actually be driving this week. I do need to spend some time and seal up the floors with some JB Weld, clean them up, spray them up, and then put the seat back in. And we got to put the clutch stuff in, cut a hole in the floor. I am gonna kind of wait for the firewall brace. I am gonna get that, but for right now, if we can get this all bolted up this week and driving, I'm fucking doing it. So I probably need a couple $100 in clutch stuff. I need a clutch, which is, I think I'm gonna roll with the one for the ZF5 because it's the same size clutch and everything. So, or I could be a bastard and use the one this thing. Oh, I don't want to do that. So Jebediah over here is working on his pickup.
I'm working on a Chevy, right next to a Ford. I don't give a fuck.
He's putting the lights that I bought that were dim and then now are kind of still dim in his truck too. So we have an NP 435 and the Ford drive shaft goes right in there. The drive shaft that was in my C6 goes into this manual transmission, both 31 spline. And I had to dick with the output shaft, which drove him up a frickin' wall.
What are you doing? Don't do that.
Oh yeah, and we put the automatic and this bell housing to bell housing. The mounts are exactly the same, so it looks like there's no need to mess with the cross member. This is easier to find. This one's stronger. To some degree, I actually read a lot of good things about this one, and as well as the T18. I think the T18 is a little bit better, but this one was easier to get to. And plus, they're cheap to buy new. They're like $800 and cheap to rebuild, and this, that, and the other thing. And this is working out a little bit easier for me. Plus, I can use that bell housing. So yeah, no more automatic. That thing is going to the scrapyard. Okay, so spent about $70. Some stuff. Thankfully, Adam's discount came in handy. So we got our transmission and bell housing all bolted up now. I need to go back to the yard tomorrow. I forgot to get one, but I need one of these for this guy here. Now, this line here I got with a four-wheel drive ZF5, and both these ends are the same, so they are interchangeable with this slave cylinder for that transmission, and then they're the same as this one here. Okay, so I know what I forgot to buy. Transmission mount. Okay, I'll get that tomorrow. I'll make a list. So I gotta return just that seal. So I got the clutch stuff that's taken care of. That's good. Sealed up, new seals, new roll pins, all brand new right there. And then the line is from the ZF5 and it works. I just realized I can't bleed it out of the truck. You have to do it because the thing might Sorry, brain fart. But, I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing with the old clutch. Anyways, I got a shift fork on the way. We'll get a different seal. And then I'll just get it for the 84. And I'll make sure it's not the same part number as that one, because if it is, it's not going to fit. What else? I know the one thing this transmission needs is a new speedometer worm drive. So that's something I'll probably order and end up taking care of later down the road, because we might not have a speedometer for a while. But the C6 transmission mount, the rubber mount, bolts right to that. And in fact, even the bolts fit in there. So that's good. We can actually reuse some of our hardware, as I've already been doing. And that will bolt right back into the cross member, so I don't have to dick with it. Yeah, I think we're getting close. I will have to get some gear oil. And tomorrow we're cutting a hole in the floor. We're gonna make a line, cut a hole in the floor, and then Adam's gonna help me wrestle this thing into the truck. And let's see, that goes all the way. That shifter fork's gonna be right about there. The clutch will be here. I'm just worried about these bolts sticking out, but that's not even gonna matter. So those are good. I'm using the C6 bell housing bolts to hold this bell housing on. And then I have bolts all here that I can work with. So yeah, we're just about there. And that protrudes out just enough to go into the flywheel, I think. Because the flywheel sticks out this much. And it might actually go right in there, I think. Oh, that's going to be interesting. So I get the new seal. That gets mounted in there. The pigtail, the reverse pigtail for the ZF5 is the same as that one. So I have that. I need to wire that in. So I think just a few hours worth of work and blood and tears and sweat, and I think we might be driving. Oh, and I gotta get a cooling fan. I'm gonna pick one up from Connex. Look at my 4BT leaning back. Let's it won't even lift it. Well, it's not really squished the motor mounts at all. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and lift that up a little bit. Okay. Sorry, 4BT at extreme angle. I'm going to also get a power steering pump and a hose, and we're gonna make a makeshift return, and then we'll have power steering. We're gonna have manual brakes for just a little bit until I get a pump. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go. That's it for now. Get my dirty jacket in here, and this piece of wood that rendered itself useless. Okay. See you guys later.